So this is a fun one with lots of great tropical flavors, and I think salads can get so boring. And I love to serve a salad with dinner every night. My mom started that tradition when I was little. We had a salad on the table every single night for dinner. We ate at home. You know, we didn't go out to eat much, and back in the day, you know, there weren't as many restaurants, and going out to eat was a very, very special occasion. So my mom would try and, you know, get us to eat healthy with a salad, and the salad was iceberg lettuce, tomato, a little bit of, you know, cucumber, and maybe if it was a really special night, like a birthday night, there might be a little cheese in there. So I've tried to, and you know, carry on that tradition of bringing a salad to the table, you know, with dinner. But you know, these days we have so many more options out there, and salads can really be fun. So try adding fruit and nuts and making different homemade dressings. So that's what we're going to do with this one. We've got all sorts of fun tropical fruits we're going to throw in there, and we're going to make a wonderful pineapple dressing. I'm going to start with toasting some coconut. And this is just the flake coconut you pick up in the baking aisle. And I'm going to carefully toast it. You can do it in the oven, but if you do it in the oven, you know, don't forget about it. Just like toasting nuts, quickly you can burn coconut. It burns very, very quickly. So we're going to keep this over medium-low heat. Anne's going to remind me I don't want to burn the coconut at my birthday. So I'm leaving that up to you. All right, don't let me do that. And I'm going to get to work on the dressing. This is actually a dressing that I made on a recent trip to Jamaica. We took a family vacation back in January to Jamaica, and the whole family, Bob and me and Riley in Ireland, and they get so much wonderful fresh tropical fruit there that we end up having lots of it. So besides just fruit in the morning, I love to put fruit on the salads that we do at lunch, and we rent a house there. So a lot of times I'll find myself in the kitchen, and so I thought, wow, there's a lot of extra pineapple. Let's put it into a salad and make a wonderful pineapple vinaigrette. So we're starting with about a half of a cup of fresh pineapple, and I'm putting that in my food processor. I think that'll be a perfect amount. And then the rest of the pineapple we're actually going to put in the salad. Now, to the fresh pineapple, I'm going to add some rice wine vinegar, about 2 tablespoons of that. This is or you could use a white wine vinegar. It's a very mild vinegar, much more mild than you're using your white distilled vinegar, so it really works well in this dressing. Just a pinch of salt and pepper. Now I've got a quarter of a cup of pineapple juice that I'm going to add in here. Sometimes when you get one of those containers, you'll have the fresh pineapple juice, so that would work great too. You don't have to, you know, buy a can if you've got the fresh juice. You could also use canned pineapple for this recipe and then just use the juice that you get in a can. So a half of a cup of pineapple and then a quarter of a cup of pineapple juice, 2 tablespoons of the rice wine or white wine vinegar, a little bit of honey to sweeten it up. And I'm going to get that going. And then I'm going to add my oil. So this is so simple. You can do this in a blender or a food processor. I just want to get that pineapple nice and smooth. How's my coconut doing? Turn it up just a little bit. Okay, at this point it's nice and smooth. Blender really works well. Food processor works fine too. Either one's going to work. And then I'm going to add my oil, and I'm using a canola oil. It's just going to be nice and light. You could do a light olive oil. I wouldn't use a you know, regular olive oil because I think it's going to be too strong of a flavor. I think so many kids, and I just did I'm going to do a little bit more oil. You can just tell by kind of want it to thicken up just a little bit. We're almost there. So many kids don't do salads, and one of the reasons for that is I think some of the bottled dressings that you get at the store are so strong in flavor, and especially when, you know, kids are so picky. So I started making my own homemade dressings with fruits and orange juice and lemon juice and in this case, you know, pineapple juice. And all of a sudden, kids like pineapple. And am I burning the coconut? Coconut looks good. I'm okay. Don't scare me like that. Anyway, try putting, fresh fruits in your salad dressings, and all of a sudden the kids are going to perk up a little bit, give it a try, and they're just really fresh and flavorful and not as strong as some of those bottled dressings, which have a lot of crazy ingredients in them. All right, coconut's doing good. Don't worry, Ann, we're good. I'm going to start tossing the salad together. I've got a nice big bowl, and I'm using 2 different types of lettuce. I'm going to use romaine, which is going to give me some great crunch. I just like buying the hearts of romaine. It comes in a 3-pack. I always like to use romaine instead of iceberg these days, unless I'm doing like a wedge salad, classic wedge salad, because it's so much better for you. And it also has that great crunch, the same crunch that you'd get from iceberg, but it's got a lot more vitamin A, vitamin C. And then I love to use spring mix. Oop. It's toasting, it's perfect. I'm going to pull it off the heat. It'll continue to toast up. Caught it just in time. And then I love to use spring mix lettuce or fresh spinach in salads because it's, really, really good for you. So you got the combination of the crunch and the great nutritional value from the spring mix, so we've got it all going on. I'm going to do some red onion, just a little bit of thinly sliced red onion for that onion flavor. I'm going to do some of the pineapple chunks in here. So we've got pineapple in the dressing and then pineapple chunks in the salad, and we're using fresh. You could use canned if you want it, but fresh is just so much better. And then I thought some mango would really be nice. Sometimes mango out of season and it's hard to find real good mango. It's also a little bit hard to deal with. So in this case, you can find some really nice jarred mango. This is normally you find this in the refrigerator section of the produce section. So it's refrigerated, and it's really great. Again, putting some fun different fruits in salads will just make them a little more exciting, a little more fun. So I'm just going to dice up my mango. And this way it's always in season if you get it in a jar, and much easier to deal with and always ripe. Certainly fresh mango would be fantastic in here too. I'm going to do a little bit of crunch with this salad. I thought macadamia nuts would be really fun. Almonds would work, pecans would work, but we're going with the whole tropical thing. So I've just got some macadamia nuts, and I'm just going to put those, they're a little bit hard to chop, so I'm going to just put them in a bag.
Did you know Roseanne has a macadamia nut farm?
I did not. Ann is telling me Roseanne, the actress, has a macadamia nut farm. I love macadamia nuts. So I'm just going to use a meat mallet or a rolling pin or a frying pan just to give them rough chop that way. And then I've also got some fresh cilantro. So I'm going to toss some of that dressing with the salad, top it with some coconut and nuts. And this is so, so good. Nice and light. You'll have some extra dressing left over for later in the week. Great with grilled chicken or shrimp on top if you've got some leftovers. And there you go. Recipes on the website, fox11online.com. Click on the Living tab and recipes, and they'll be right there. Throw some coconut on the top and some of those nuts. And there you go. It's like a trip to the islands, but you don't even have to leave the house.